Or be evil. What is it? Live evil, be evil.
Yeah.
But it's a palindrome.
Mate, like...
Or not a palindrome. Wait.
Whatever the one which is the thing.
Yeah, it is a palindrome. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same backwards and forwards. That's our new hashtag. Bleed Blue was so cool.
Yeah.
No one else was Bleed Blue.
They actually started, like, it was Bleed Blue, and then it's like, oh, let's Bleed Green and all that stuff. No, they're the founders.
I don't think I've ever seen many communities come together from every different game to be that upset about one thing, because that was an iconic logo for everyone. That was EG history.
That was like
StarCraft, Counter-Strike, Dota, World of Warcraft, like
decades.
so many games. Like, what are you doing? Why would you change to this? So, if anyone from EG is watching, maybe you could update it. I know you probably spent a lot of money on it, but please.
No,
we're
that's
hopeful.
the thing. You know they spent money on it. They got bought out, right? That cost thousands, tens of thousands of dollars.
Guys, we fall into the
Wasted
trap,
money.
actually. This is what they paid the money for. So now we've wasted
we're
all our
talking
screen
about
time.
it, we've helped them. Yeah,
the bear and then the health thing, so we don't have copyright infringements. We fell into their trap. We're living evil now. God damn it. Actually, Warlock, by the way, my boy, my Warlock, my hero. He's here.
This is one of Solo's specials. He's loved this hero for quite some time. It's the first time I've seen it picked up. I personally love this hero still. I think Fatal Bonds is one of the most underrated spells in Dota 2.
Level 1.
And right below that is Upheaval. Upheaval is nasty, especially against DP, because this hero doesn't like to buy BKB early, and you're movement speed based, right? But Upheaval is a percent-based slow. So if you just walk into the Upheaval or get rocked 3-4 seconds of level 2, level 3 Upheaval, you're just stuck. And Elder Titan, same kind of deal. This is actually a free Warlock game so far, and I hate playing ET against Warlock because you run in, you have like 2,000 HP, you just get Fatal Bonded.
Yeah.
And
especially for laning phase, it's going to most likely be the ET4. It means you're going to have that melee hero plus offlaner. You're going to get, potentially, if he does go bonds on level 1, you're going to be able to connect the bonds on the creep wave and the 2 heroes, which is automatically pretty much like a free 200 damage once you push out the wave. So, yeah, I think Warlock's actually a really underrated hero, especially because his laning phase is so strong, enabling carry through heal and then the aggression, but also it's just the fact that he gives a lot of team fight without needing the rest of his draft to have that.
Brilliant. So a lot more well-rounded to start things off with. We've got you boys excited, and we run.
Yeah, I'm just actually still angry about the logo thing. I'm trying to like change my train of thought here. God, I really am glad to see Warlock. I also love it with Ember because your big weakness as Warlock is you don't have any real catch. You're a great team fight, but you want to have a battle sort of out in front of you.
Yeah.
And you kind of walk over and add a bunch of spells.
You're like,
right?
here I am.
I just hope that they don't. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I hope they don't continue picking these types of heroes that want to watch the fight.
No
right?
way. You need a real, true.
Yeah, I know.
Stunning.
You say that, but we had Coddle Phoenix, right? So I was worried they might dip back into that pond. But no, the Earth Spirit, which I kind of like. I said that in the first game when I saw the Coddle. I really wanted to see that 4 who could start a fight as well, because when you have this 5 who's so fundamentally built around enabling the rest of the team through the backlines of a team fight, you can't have another hero doing that, because then you'd never really have numbers in the fight. So I think Earth Spirit. They have this double backline reach. I've said it so many times about the Ember Earth Spirit combo. Supports do not enjoy playing against this double jump. So yeah, I think right now they're in a very solid position to match any aggression HellRaisers have.
The whole point of a logo is that it's scalable. So it can be on a flag or it can be in a little box on the screen. You can't read words when they're tiny on the corner.
Exactly. Also, no one's going to remember the new logo anyway, so.
It's not a logo. It's words.
There you go.
It's like... This is Berkshire.
We're always going to remember this, right? You're going to look at this VP thing, no matter if it changed slightly or whatever.
This is why the colour scheme was terrible,
but this you're still going to remember it. You still associate it with them.
Don't let me talk about this anymore. Stop me. Stop me.
All right, if you bring it up again, I'm shutting you down, Carl. That's it. No more logo talk.
Lycan is awesome against Warlock, against Earth Spirit, because you just effectively run at them, they die.
You ruin the tempo. That's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
These supports that want to have a bit more time in the game to play out, Lycan doesn't give you that time. Center, on the other hand, it does provide you that aura buyer to maybe mitigate this early pressure. Laning phase, he'll be strong against Lycan. Lycan's a very passive carry, so it gives that Center that free game to get that early Crimson, maybe the Blink Dagger. So pushing into high ground, even though you take the outer towers, once you get to that tier 3, it's going to be so scary to play into all of this kind of just throw at you damage that VP currently have.
Yeah, I will say this is one gripe I have, or not a gripe, but VP still is somewhat limited in their hero decisions. I feel like there's better offlaners here, notably like a Brewmaster, which is, I feel sick in this game. They go for a Centaur instead, which will lane well against the Lycan. Actually, you know what? I take that back. It's solid because you have the Stampede. You really want to get on top of this DP, on top of the ET. It's not bad at all. I'm just concerned that if you fall behind on this hero, you're just going to get clapped by DP ET.
But the thing is, though, I don't think it's that hard for the Centaur to have a good game, right? It's what are you laning into? Potentially, right now, you have the flexibility. HellRaisers might actually just offer up the DP as your 5, still last picking. That's what they've got right now. They're flexing their 5 and mid right now with the DP. So Centaur most likely will have a good lane. He's going to get those auras. Like, I think you mentioned Brewmaster. If they picked him, you're now tied into 2 big cooldowns against the Lycan. You're kind of asking just to lose one fight and the game's over.
If there was ever a game for it, I could see a Medusa come out for VP. I don't know if that hero is actually good. It's got the lowest win rate in Dota 2. But really good against Elder Titan Dusa because...
But when you have last pick, though, right? How do you cover the Dusa when you just...
You just grab it, man. Who cares? You just heal him.
I see. Just heal it, lol.
I'm not sure, really. Because if you look at VP, you know, you need the center of the star, right? You can sort of see how their team fights are going to be made up, right? It's like this 3... Ember, Centaur, Earth Spirit, go and initiate. Warlock in the back, but what's dealing damage as this chaos occurs in front of him? So I think a spread damage carry is most appropriate. Gyrocopter perhaps could be nice here, but it's pretty weak against Lycan. It's this weird kind of game where VP, if they fell behind, would be in trouble. This is more on brand for no one. I love this hero, but it's risky because this hero will get run over if HellRaisers get ahead.
Could they not just potentially pick up, like, for example, some Brood hero? You then force the Centaur to try and play some weird mid lane, and then you put the Shadow Fiend side lane. Then you have just laning advantage because your heroes can actually play side lanes, and then you just own the game.
I think you definitely want DP in a side lane. DP versus SF is super SF favorite matchup because you have better attack animation, and if you try and drain and chase 3 nukes at level 3, just straight up kill DP. Plus, you have Earth Spirit. So this mid hero has to be something that can sort of self-sustain. Quap is a possibility, but there's a lot of stuns.
I like as well the fact that because you have this Lycan, it kind of indirectly enables your DP5 because you're already telling your support we don't need to do anything on lane, which then enables the 5 that are a little bit more conventional. You play off your pool and you just have to chill.
Yep, I actually like that quite a bit. You could do the Pango off, ET, bottom with him, DP supporting the Lycan. That lane's pretty...
And then just pick up a solid mid lane.
Yeah.
Can't like something I said.
I think
You've made it.
I've made it. No, I'm sorry.
I really like a mixed damage hero here because you have the ET Spirit, and I want something that does like raw magical burst because the Spirit will just remove all magic armor and somebody just gets swapped. I think Lina, Puck, Quap, all possibilities.
Yeah, Puck's nice actually. I think out of those, I think Lina just gets ran at so easily. You just press Stampede and...
You could also just DK. Have better initiative. It's just weak against SF. You're giving no one a free lane.
Yeah, I don't like that idea. Just because it enables... Because you have last pick, I think you need to punish this. And if you can at least maybe force the Shadow Fiend to think about a different game plan, then they're just playing on the back foot. They are really taking their time to think about this pick.
They need to as well, right? They're smelling that opportunity for the 2-0. They can have this clean group from so far. There's certainly no easy task at all to be had here.
It's fine though, because whenever the pick comes in, it'll just completely block me, so everyone's be happy.
You are the pick for now, mate.
I hope it's a big hero. Oh, no.
Oh, there you
it's
go.
a really small hero. I'm still here.
That is, they obviously have confidence in the Riki, right? It's 2 consecutive games. They last pick it overall.
Yeah.
So obviously they have respect. It's excellent against this support duo of VP because they're both quite weak to just a diffusal cloud and a bunch of burst damage. I assume this means it's an ET Pango support duo, so once again they're going to go for this double bruiser duo. And Death Prophet mid, that's very scary to me. I could see no one just abusing.
Well, I'm going to speed you two up on this because let's get your decisions in because this game is ready to get started. So where are we going?
I'm going to go with HellRaisers, but I think
sticking with it. I like it.
They're not going to lane it as we think they're going to lane it.
Oh, okay. Kyle?
I'm going to stick with VP. I think that as long as they can survive the first 15 minutes, they'll be fine. I want to see them kill that mid tower by then as well.
Okay, it's time to get into this game. Shiva and Lacoste, you are ready for this, I'm sure. But which way do you think it's going to go? Because for once, we've got it here on the desk where they're sticking to their guns. They're not flip-flopping on it.
No, and I'm kind of worried for Virtus.pro because Kyle might have just jinxed them. Lacoste, what do you think?
I feel like if they can survive, but one thing that is good for Virtus.pro is you have this Earth Spirit and Warlock combo. Also, Shadowfiend burst damage against Dead Prophet, Earth Spirit rolling in. Like, Earth Spirit should just make Dead Prophet's lane miserable.
I mean, I think Earth Spirit is going to make everybody's lane miserable. If he can do that, if Zayach is actually able to just set high tempo, do you believe in Virtus.pro? That's
Lacoste is like, no.
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay.
No, I'm good. So, yeah, it's been a while since I saw Warlock being played. But this hero, he just loves the teamfight, doesn't have many other spells, like you can't gank. He's a good laner, provides a sustain. And Fatal Bonds combined with like Ember Spirit, Slight, they have a very good catch, disengage with Centaur. Also, sometimes Lycan as an off laner gets more farm than a safe lane, depending on the matchup. So I want to see what Phonic can do.
Yeah, because something that T-Governor said was that, he likes HellRaisers draft, and he thinks that HellRaisers is not going to lane it the way that we thought it was going to get laned.
Look at the mid lane. No one is styling on them. Outplayed. He placed a ward on the bottom, and now he moved the tango to his backpack, and now they're going to put probably a sentry. Oh man, what a play.
Yep.
So it looks like he just placed an observer ward because he was missing a slot. Pretty clever, this guy, huh?
Very clever, very clever. It's the little things that does it in the middle lane, I find always. It's like the tiniest things can make you win or lose a lane. And speaking of lanes, we do have the Riki and the other Titan on the bottom lane, and the Lycan lane on the off lane is Lycan Pango versus Ember Warlock. And we already see that this Ember is getting beaten on, and there is well, okay, there's an Orb of Venom on the Pango, but he's not going to continue hitting, so he's taking actually quite a bit of damage.
And we can see the power of Fatal Bonds. Like, this spell is insane. 12% share damage, enemies bound 6. So you'll always have that count.
Yep.
Extra wolves in the laning stage, extra units, so there's always going to be maximum efficiency coming out from that spell.
Yeah, and a couple of rather clarities on the Warlock will make sure that he can continuously use the Fatal Bonds on the lane. Keep the lane. Or keep the harassment going, rather. Wow. Normally you don't want to punch a Centaur because you can just, you get those retaliate stacks on, but Pushka has punched that Centaur quite a bit and he hurts.
That's what you want to do with Elder Titan. Zayat's dragging the creep wave, but Pushka did a good job. So now both, you have a new lane. This is 4th lane.
Oh, but Pushka can take the experience there. Nyx has already had to go to the tower to basically get the experience there. In the meantime, we've seen this previous game as well, where Roger had also got a wave to himself. We did have Solo following him all the way around as well. You have to go the long way around. But yeah, both lanes are kind of doing the same, as trying to get one of those waves over to their supports. Get a little bit of an edge there.
You also need to be careful about Pushka stacking the camps and then showing up in the lane with a ton of damage. You can't underestimate how much he can do with the Spirit. Mid lane so far, 8-1. On Dead Prophet, same goes for Shadowfiend. Once she hits level 3. Like, if Dead Prophet is in the range of triple raise, she should be, like, careful. Spirit Siphon is not that efficient, but Shadowfiend these days goes for raises level 1, which means that he's going to be using a lot of mana earlier, and then he's not going to have enough mana sustain unless he brings mangoes, which no one is doing, and you can see he keeps spamming those raises. Also, mid laners don't want to go for bottle anymore right away, since runes are spawning at 4th minute mark.
Yeah. No one is taking a lot of harass, though. He's forced to buy extra regen, and I feel like with all that raises spam, Xani doing the smart thing, getting a stick early on, is going to make sure that he doesn't have to buy as much regen as no one has to buy. Oh, Pushka does get a stomp off, live on the bottom lane. That's a close one, though.
I want to see Earth Spirit rotate to the mid lane. check the rune and try to make a gank going on at that Prophet. How's top lane? A2 on Funnick, while Ember Spirit is having a free time. I mean, when I think of solo, this is the hero that comes to my mind.
I have Bane with that for solo. Also a hero that stands on the side. Wants to just look at the fight and be top tier with positioning.
Yeah. Anything that goes in, throw his body, dies, and can buy back. That's his hero.
Pushka. Gonna force the TP out there on Rezo, and they're gonna chase down Zayaj. They might be chasing for first blood here. One more hit will do the trick. Ooh, did he just pop a salve? No, that was Rezo's salve. Nice first blood to go in the way of Nyx. This last pick, Ricky, wasn't exactly what the panel was expecting with the last pick for HellRaisers, but we saw it work out previous game. What's Pushka doing? Does he really think he can stand here? He's just gonna die. What? Did he want to die?
Looks like it.
But he had a salve.
He had 0 mana.
Yeah. But do you
How much gold did he get? 200 gold. And now he shows up in the lane. Zayats will get the clear. He also planted an observer board behind the tower, so he should get the sentry on Elder Titan and devour that straight away. Let's see this rotation from Earth Spirit. Observer, this one should also get devoured by another one. What is the Pushka doing in the base, actually? He's been sitting for quite some time.
He's gonna teleport back, but maybe that explains why he just died. Maybe he just was like, I don't know, hands off the keyboard mode? Ooh. We have a rotation of Roger. He made his way all the way to the bottom lane from the top one, and he wants to go for Rezo. The hoof stomp will come out. Holds him in place for a little bit. Do they have enough damage? The cloud coming out. No hoof stomp, but also not enough damage.
More like oof gang instead of a hoof stomp.
Runes are going to HellRaisers. I guess it's a 50-50 at this point. Virtus.pro will also get 2. By the way, the first rune was picked up by Xani. It was a regen rune, so quite unfortunate for no one, as he is now waiting for the bottle to come out so he can fill it up, or empty it first and then fill it up with that bounty rune. But yeah, that regen rune did make sure that Xani was, I mean, just having a little bit of extra upper hand on that in that middle lane.
Seems like HellRaisers just want to give Ember Spirit free farm, secure the free farm for Ricky, since Ember usually doesn't build into like defensive item first, and Ricky goes straight into Diffusal Blade, which gives him a ton of kill potential, and already a smoke screen level 4 on Ricky.
Yep.
They really want this Death Prophet kill. Look at this, 3 Virtus.pro members lurking around. Rune just spawned, no one with the haste. See you, Roger.
Ooh, yep, Roger. Oh, he jumps to the low ground. Solo is there as well, though. Although his last hits miss, and the Raze will finish the job. Sani, he is now in trouble. He actually pops the Exorcism for this. And with the life drain, he will definitely live. It looks like he is fine. I guess they got 1 kill, Virtus.pro did.
They did get a kill, plus a courier.
Yeah. But that's a lot of rotations to try and take down a Death Prophet. Do you feel like it's good at least that they forced out the Exorcism without there being any tower damage done with it?
Yeah, this is how you want to play against either Dragonite or Death Prophet. Try to force them to use ulti once or twice, and these heroes rely on snowballing so much. Top lane, ILTW playing very aggressive on Lycan.
Yeah, it was surprising for me to see him throw his spirit like behind the tower when he teleported back to base, but he just wanted to assert dominance. That's what you do. Funnick trying to take some control of the jungle, but Zayaj is already hunting for him. It looks like these supports, yeah, they are super mobile, especially compared to the previous 2 that they had. Funnick in a lot of trouble, actually. That will be a kill for LTW. Very nicely done. And yeah, this, I mean, you wanted it. Zayaj, your spirit, you wanted him to be active and moving around, and he's doing just that. Making it work.
It's much easier lineup to execute for Virtus.pro than in the previous one. Like, you have Ember Spirit, Centaur, you know what these heroes can do. Earth Spirit as well. You get level 6 on these 2 supports. And with Earth Spirit in your team, you can always make stuff happen.
Looks like Virtus.pro again. I mean, they have 4 people here to try and take down Xani this time round, and this time round they should be able to do it. He'll have a lot of life rates, though. He might actually live.
Oh my god.
The Spirit Siphon with Pushka. I'm not sure if that's the route you want to take,
5 people.
Oh, Xani's still living there. And they might actually, yes,
he gets a return kill.
To get ILTW. Teleport out from Pushka. He's fine, and now the rest of HellRaisers has joined this fight. It's the same as what happened last.
What is happening?
7.5 minutes. 10 people in the dire jungle. Now they're in the middle lane, and they didn't get the Death Prophet. I can't believe they didn't get that. That was 5 people eventually to try and take him down, and he had just all siphons up, and he just lives.
I don't understand this rotations, or I don't understand Dota anymore. Like, what just happened? The same thing in the previous game where they had 10 heroes contesting 1 stack.
Yep.
Even if you get that kill and you have 2 heroes farming on the side lanes, it's still not worth it.
No. It's madness. I don't know. Maybe that is, you know, I'm just, you know, I'm just guessing here because obviously I have no clue what just happened. Actually, hold that thought, Phonic. He is surrounded by Virtus.pro. He does have the wolf form available and he will run for it. And the chain actually hits on Roger. There's a swashbuckle available though, so he's out. ILTW, thinking about just, getting that kill still. Well done for him, getting some extra chunk of gold. But yeah, maybe it's like whoever wins the fight that is, you know, around 7-8 minutes. If you win a big team fight around that time, that is like assert dominance on a grand scale, because you're taking the lead of the game.
I'm pretty sure I read the patch notes a couple of times, and I have not seen anything that would make teams go for these kind of rotations. Maybe I'm just wrong.
Well, we have seen both of these teams go for the rotation, so they like it. And as long as it's working for them, then that's fine. That being said, though, it didn't really work out for Virtus.pro this time around. They still have not managed to take out Xani, even though we have seen them putting a lot of effort in that. We'll see what they'll try next time around. Nyx has managed to grab a haste rune and has also made his way to the middle lane on the hunt, but didn't actually find the kill on Zayaj. Even though they knew something was wrong, they do get the scan out, so they know Ricky might have been behind that. They might have seen him pick up that rune, but Nyx will just continue farming on the bottom lane.
And you can see both supports of Virtus.pro are level 4. Earthspirit just brought a tome for himself. That's not going to get him to level 6, level 5.5 at the moment. Because of those rotations, you are losing a lot of XP on the side lanes.
Yeah. Because Roger is level 6.
And now we have Warlock trying to get level 6 on the top lane, and they should punish that. Like, he is just a creep with the teleport scroll.
He really is. I'm laughing at it, but it's sad. But it's because it's true. ILTW just made a nice move for him. Might have been slightly unknowing, but he made sure that a smoke gank did not happen. He popped the smoke very early on, and he is now actually hunting for Phonic. Does he have enough damage to take him out? There's a lot of creeps. There's a tower, and he's taking quite a bit of damage himself. He'll just farm.
Pretty static game. We don't see anyone wanting to take a fight. Like, Earthspirit wants to make a gank right now. He just got level 6. Dust, Verse, no one. Stampede to close the gap. That's going to be a tough kill to get.
Yep, Nyx jumping out. Has got the dust on him, so he's visible, and he will still die. Zayaj with the Magnetize. It's enough. That's how you do it. 2-man gank. Kill a core. And run away when the Death Prophet comes, because you can't take down Xani at this point. Yeah, Virtus.pro is keeping up with the kills. Do you feel like they're doing better this game than they did previous game? Because they weren't necessarily doing bad during the laning stage previous game.
At one point, it just fell apart. In the previous one, Ricky had extremely good timing on the Diffusal Blade. It was 12 or 13 minutes on diff. And then they just started to feed the kills on the map. Now they have supports who can do stuff, at least in Earthspirit. Warlock's still level 5. Gets Kabold out of first usage of Trusty Shovel. That feels bad.
That is very sad. Yeah. But you know, it's an extra 6 gold. or an extra soul if you give it to the Shadow Fiend.
I love when you use Shovel after now 17-minute mark, and then the Cabal drops, you kill a Cabal, and it gives you a tier 2 item.
That it feels like a win, that's for sure. Efficiency at its finest. But we are at a little bit of an impasse in this game. It feels like both teams not really wanting to make any movements other than the gank we just had with Zayaj and no one. With the game being even, like, who should be ahead, or is this still fine for both teams?
I believe HR just wants to farm a Diffusal Blade on Ricky before taking a next big fight. Dead Prophet also wants to get to level 12. Exorcism Spirits from 8 to 16, so they double, which is a pretty big deal. Vorlog just got level 6, and it's let's go on the Virtus.pro side.
Yeah, they smoked behind ILTW. Can they find their target? It does look like HellRaisers is pretty grouped up as well. The only one that they're missing is... Hello. Is
Solo just flexing on the mid lane.
Yeah.
Look at me, guys. I have ulti 14 minutes in.
They're trying to fight and maybe two plays at the same time. They're at least trying to find Nyx. Fear sends him back in the claws of Zayaj, but there is backup Pushka and Funnick running for Virtus.pro themselves. Zayaj will run from Pushka and Roger. We'll see. He doesn't really have a lot of mana. Has got stick charge. The ball, Rolling Thunder coming through. Zayaj not able
he
to
gets
get
a return kill.
Actually able to kill off Pushka, so I don't think that's all bad on his side there. But the rest of HellRaisers is still running at Virtus.pro. Now ILTW here too, and now Solo coming in with the chaotic offering. They're able to take out Funnick. Roger getting out. This is get out point for HellRaisers because they fought too long, and the rest of Virtus.pro had all the time in the world to make it to the top lane. Other than no one. I'm actually surprised that he didn't join on the top lane.
Virtus.pro definitely didn't need to use ulti there. Lycan ulti was already out.
Yeah.
Like, he has no boots, moving at the 315 movement speed. That's pretty secure kill. No one going for Drum's BKB build this game. They have only Exorcism. I mean, they have a serious amount of physical damage, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, Ricky right-clicks, but he wants to be able to stand his ground and just get some punches in or raises.
Yep. Nyx is definitely a little later on the timing with the Fusel than previous game. He also, unlike last game, died fairly early. But that tier 1 tower in the mid lane, also Virtus.pro finally able to kill that. Previous game they were not able to. It does look like VP has found their footing in this game and is looking to keep the tempo up. No one, of course, well, leading the charge at the moment. Going for BKB right after Drums. What do you think of that build?
I think it's fine. Even though there is a lot of physical damage in this game, he still needs to be able to take care of himself. There is no save besides like Warlock ulti, and it's a long cooldown, so can't really just rely on that.
Yeah. I always want to see more 4-staffs against Ricky. But the supports are too poor. And with the Warlock, he needs mana boost, otherwise you don't have a big enough mana pool to use all your spells properly in a fight. Another smoke gank coming out from Virtus.pro. They are gonna find Funnick, but... Oh, there he goes. Zayaj sees him. I was gonna say nighttime makes it a little bit difficult. He is able to get the wolf form out, and with lack of disable... Actually, he's gonna try to return it around. Looking to maybe run at them a little bit. Nah, he's just gonna use it to farm. Alright, Virtus.pro left the jungle again. And HellRaisers is not going to get the fight that they kind of wanted with that Diffusal Blade on the Ricky.
Funnick couldn't really achieve much this game. He's just a Necrobook Wolves at this point. It's still a very long cooldown. Level 1, 125 seconds. Bottom lane, Warlock found. Oh, what an execution.
Yeah, Warlock dead. Zayaj gets the magnetized out. They're actually doing quite a bit of damage to HellRaisers there.
So they used 3 ultis. Shadowfiend used Requiem to try to push them back. Magnetize plus a Stampede, just to keep Warlock alive, and Warlock dies.
The captain.
Top lane, no mana on Rezo.
No life.
One more hit. He's gonna be able to blink out. Oh, Bango!
Doesn't matter. Kill steals. Actually, no, that was a kill secure, rather.
Oh, that's what KS stands for.
Yes, kill secure, just in case someone's gonna take the last hit when you can, you know. Oh, good kill though. A nice one indeed, as Xani looks to be the target of ILTW and Zayat here, but with the jump not really hitting. I mean, Zayat can chase, but the rest is a little lacking behind. They might want to dive the tower for this, but it's still risky to do so, so they'll back off.
They can see Ricky with no teleport on top, and they know it's on cooldown since he just TP'd to get a kill on a Centaur. And Ricky, once again, even without a catapult, pressuring the top tower. Same goes for game number 1, getting the gold from it.
Oh, Phonic. ILTW is chasing him out. The chain's already used. It doesn't matter that he could TP uninterrupted. The damage was there to take him out. I mean, Virtus.pro feel way more on the ball than they did previous game. That still goes, but they're not really getting a gold lead with all these movements. Is that a problem, or are they still just fine and they're doing good?
They're finding Phonic. That's the kill that they're getting every single time. But Phonic is getting items, you know. He has straight Necro Book, nothing else. Buckler, if we count that as an item. So I want to see HellRaisers either trying to take a fight, maybe force Vorlog to use Aegis and then go for Roche, or just straight into Roche. You have a ton of damage.
They could. They want to look for a fight perhaps first. A smoke up for HellRaisers. They're walking up the high ground. Everybody of VP is here though. Nyx, he's going for the Zaya Spirit first, and he will be able to take him down. In the meantime, Xani is into the thick of it, going for no one. The Stampede is trying to run away, but the Yule Scepter is there, and actually that's Xani is surrounded. Whew, he already used his Yule Scepter offensively, and he paid for that one. That is HellRaisers are running for the hills because they cannot fight this without their Death Prophet, and Virtus.pro knows this, so they're hunting. Rezo has got that blink available, just wants to have a target, but doesn't want to jump up the high ground too blindly, so we'll just go for the bounty rune instead.
I believe that Prophet learned a lesson from this fight. It's not going to be using Yule Scepter offensively anytime soon until she gets a BKB, and there is no other ways of save on their side. You don't have any Shadow Demons, Vibrance to keep them in place or reset the fight.
Yeah, that was a painful one for HellRaisers for sure. In the meantime, this is a painful one for the Nyx. Ricky he is able to jump to the low ground though to Xani. Rezo stuns up Pushka instead, now getting silenced up by Xani. Do they want to chase someone? They're actually, Xani is chasing down their Earth Spirit by Zayas, but he is able to just roll himself out of there. Nyx still taking so much damage. Getting saved by Roger's Rolling Thunder though. He'll live for the moment. TP out from ILTW, has got a Spirit here, will be able to come back with full mana whenever he is healed up.
Ricky wants to get a kill. Secure that kill.
Oh, but he is too low to do that, surely. In the meantime, Rezo also too low to live. Even though Zayas coming in, still trying to do something. They're trying to kill Xani actually now, and that is a good trade again. Xani just getting a little bit too greedy in this game.
I want to see HR getting the next set of items.
Yeah,
like Ricky
before doing anything?
Yes, before trying to get into next team fight. Ricky farming his BKB, same goes for Death Prophet. What is Lycan going for? Ags. Interesting.
Now you can bite people, right?
Yes.
That is hype.
Who do you give it to? You give it to Ricky.
Yes,
probably.
you bite Ricky.
Yeah. Bite me, Ricky.
I love it. If he's actually, I mean, it's an expensive item. He is getting the space to farm, I feel, but it also is a game that I feel like could get out of control really fast at this rate. Because we've seen Xani die 3 times in a row.
I have not seen Aghanim Scepter in a professional game on Lycan yet.
Let's see. No. I think it happened once in LA, I think. Not sure though. Roger getting jumped on. I mean, this is a sad Pango.
Yeah, root mechanic just cripples Pango. He can't do anything.
Yep. And Virtus.pro is just trying to get more control over this map and choking HellRaisers a little bit in terms of farming space. They have the Radiant jungle, they have their own jungle, they are now trying to control the triangle of the Radiant team as well, and maybe punish Nyx for being so high up, but Nyx realizes something is amiss. He'll jump out and TP out. There's a smoke gank from Virtus.pro that will now look for a different target instead. The dire scan, unfortunate, doesn't scan me Pushka. They know they're farming that though. Oh, Rezo with the jump onto Pushka. He's dead. The start of the fight. Nyx though coming out for Rezo, and Rezo again dying pretty fast there. Roger rolling through. Nyx in the meantime. He's gonna run again. No one has got that BKB active. Doesn't find any targets to hit.
Now use the Beyond Scepter offensively.
Yes, now you do. No
Nyx
for no one. Nyx, I don't know why he jumped into that one. They are able to kill off no one though, but they lose Xani in the process. Phonic trying to teleport out. Dire making sure that doesn't happen though. And this is actually Virtus.pro cleaning up. That is everybody dead. Pushka just respawned again during that fight because he is so low level. I think that's a mess up from HellRaisers though. Like,
it is.
Right?
They're so close to getting those 2 BKBs, and because that Prophet died twice, that means that she lost a lot of gold and now didn't have it for this fight, which could be a big deal. They have only right clicks from Shadowfin.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, did you remember when I said that I couldn't see the GG previous game?
Yeah.
I'm on a computer that was Owen's at some point, and Owen always plays with mute all incoming chat, that function turned on. So I didn't actually have any chat at all. But I turned it off, so now I could see that.
It's so easy to blame Owen.
Oh yeah, but that will do that every time. Thank you. Sorry, I interrupted you in a Dota talk.
No, I don't know what I wanted to say. Probably something stupid, so it was much better that you interrupted me.
Short. But they wanted to fight. They need to wait for those BKBs. There's 900 gold away for the Death Prophet. The Ricky's got it soon as well. He's like a couple hundred away. I don't know if Virtus.pro wants to give them the time to go for that though. They look to want to continue with this pressure.
Shadowfin needs to collect souls.
True. Got that royal jelly.
Considering how strong of a Roche taking lineup HR has, they still didn't kill it.
Yes. Well, at the moment they kind of can't, right? It's just not in their territory. And it's very scary to fight in Roshan against a Warlock, but not at the ult's on cooldown. You know, you have a shot, but it's still
a lot of damage just from Fatal Bonds and Magnetize plus Spirit Vessel.
Yeah.
It's hard to fight. They need to either like surprise them while Virtus.pro is playing bottom part of the map, or take a fight and then grab a road.
Yeah, but to take a fight, gotta have some BKBs. And they know that. They will try to not fight for a little while longer. We are 1100 gold away from having the Ags Lycan. Are you excited?
Very. Like, what's the cast range on it?
I think you have to be close. I think you have to actually physically bite. Right? What do you mean? Cast range?
Probably.
I mean, it's a bite.
I don't know. Like, who can bite from far away?
Have you ever tried to eat a sandwich on the other side of the world? I don't think you can. No, I think you have to be melee range. That being said, I have never played Lycan with an Ags. So
what about an alien? Like, you know, the movie Alien?
I don't think I watched that.
You have a little one inside your mouth, so it's kind of a short range.
Oh, like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the stuff of nightmares right there. Like, you mean like when he opens his mouth and there's another mouth inside? But then he still would need to be fairly close. But you're now asking how he would bite it? Like, what's the mechanics of the actual bite?
No, I was just asking about the cast range.
Alright, I still think
I mean, when you say someone bite me, you also need the other one to be close, right? So yeah, that's...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, we do have the Roshan. HellRaisers realize that is indeed important, and they have the BKB, so they waited for those. Let's see if Virtus.pro realizes it in time. The exorcism is used for that. There is a spirit there. They're jumping in. Or rather, ILTW is jumping in a little bit. That silence was just off the mark to catch ILTW. Here comes a chaotic offering.
Nice. Bang.
Yeah, Rezo, you're not gonna live through this one. The BKBs are active, and that might have just been the turn point for HellRaisers. They're doing quite a bit of damage here. 2 heroes already dead on the side of Virtus.pro. Can they make it more? Ooh, Roger, you're gone again.
Now Science comes. BKBs are down.
Yep, Sonny, your BKB is needed to live. He does get the Spirit Type on the Nyx coming in with the silence again, and ILTW does not make it out of that one. Zayach rolling away, and no one as well, taunting himself back to the high ground. That is a 2 for 2, but 2 supports for a 2-core trade in favor of HellRaisers. They don't get the Roche, though.
Roche is very low, and exactly what I said. Like, Virtus.pro was showing on the bottom, and they instantly go to Roche, and they dodged. They dodged the chaotic offering.
Yes.
Like, there was literally now no one in the Roche pit.
Only one person, I think, also got hit by
Ricky,
the fatal
bitten.
bonds. No,
Look at him!
Look at him! That's a blue wolf! That's
Wolf,
terrifying.
okay.
That is terrifying. What is he?
This is actually sick.
This is absolutely super scary. An invisible Ricky Wolf. What? That's pretty good as well.
I'm pretty sure someone from Virtus.pro is like, man, what does this do?
Yeah.
This new cosmetic for Lycan.
Yeah. How did he jump to the higher ground? Yeah. No, that is. It doesn't last super long though, right? And it has a long cooldown. It has like a 70-second cooldown.
72 seconds cooldown.
Yeah.
It doesn't say for how long, so it should be a shapeshift duration.
No, but you gain 30% life steal. Like you can be the pack. What if you get a refresher shard and a refresher orb?
All right, calm down, Cheever.
You can make your
And
whole
spell
team
prism,
wolf.
and you're just permanently.
Oh yes. No, you're permanently wolf pack. With that Aegis on the side of HellRaisers, by the way, they are still obviously behind in terms of golden kills, but with the BKBs up and the Aegis, do you consider them, caught up? Are they back in this game? Completely?
Oh, for sure. I believe this transformed Ricky can do so much with the Aegis. Also doesn't have to pop BKB straight away. Mindbreaker on Shadow Fiend. I want to see some tier 3 items on HellRaisers. Like you can see every single time they try to go for Centaur so that he can't pop a Stampede. Just go on him and use the Cloud. That's how they do it.
Go on Rezo, use the Cloud. He has got the Essence Ring this time around. Lives a little bit longer than average. In the meantime, Roger and Pushka chasing down a solo as the Stampede is used. But Rezo, is he actually able to live with that? No, he is not.
Bite him.
Solo did die, and now ILTW, he came in to try and save his teammate. He has got a lot of spirits. He is able to make it out, but Roger was still there. Is he able to stop this? Yeah, with the stomp coming out, they should all be able to get a range to kill of ILTW. He used all his spirits already. He doesn't have anything left in the tank. And we'll drop 3 down for 0. HellRaisers are taking back control over this game.
And HellRaisers, their general understanding of the game, reading the map, what they need to do. I've seen a lot of their games lately, and they just feel very strong, I would say. Like, you can see the itemization coming out from them, who they need to focus, what they need to do inside the Roche pit. Like, it's just all these small pieces together. Here it comes, Quickening Charm. You want to see some kind of a cooldown reduction, but I believe you need to give that to Dead Prophet instead.
Yeah, my Pushka. In sad times. I also saw them getting a telescope, but nobody is equipping it. Oh, they go Quickening Charm on the Lycan though. Gotta have those wolf bites. Love it. And actually, the shapeshift is pretty good to reduce as well. Yeah, it reduces it by 10 seconds. That's quite nice.
And you reduce Necronomicon as well.
Yep. Value.
Plus you have a cooldown reduction talent on top of that. What's the cooldown on Necro now? 70 seconds. Duration 60 seconds. You can almost have it perma.
Oh, the nice silence coming out. Actually also silences that Earth Spirit on the high ground. Xani is chasing Rezo, but in comes Solo with the slow. And now they turn it around. And they are able to kill off that Death Prophet with everybody there on the side of Virtus.pro. And they are looking for more. In comes the Nyx Lycan, the Ricky Lycan, chasing down everybody.
Viking Wolf.
Lycan Wolf is so scary, but the rest of his team is already dead. So he has to run. He did do, like, with one bite, he took, like, most of Solo's health away, but he couldn't kill him. And then also, with the Stampede, everybody was able to live and just get out. And it actually was a good fight, great fight for Virtus.pro, who are now once again pressuring on both the bottom lane and the mid lane.
It's a full AC on Shadow Fiend on top of Presence Aura affects buildings. So that's minus 12 armor. Like, they go down so quickly. Buyback, I believe they need to use one extra buyback. Let's see if they can hold Ricky 20 seconds for that profit. You do not want to use it, but you might one barracks.
Yep. Well, they're going for Rezo here, and with the Rolling Thunder, they might be able to. They do lose their tower, but if they can get Rezo, at least they can get something of the turn. But there's an Essence Ring, and actually Nix, he drops the Aegis. Nice Split Earth coming out from the
Ricky
Elder Titan.
He's just done.
Well, how did he die so fast? I didn't even see that one. In the meantime, also, my Pushka drops. He does not have buyback available. Nobody does, actually, so they lose a full lane of racks, and actually Virtus.pro can just go to the bottom lane because they have got that one. The tier 2 tower is already gone, and they've got a Centaur, so they can tank any tower.
That's why I wanted to see a buyback from one of these cores. Most likely that profit. It's a tough situation. Like, I don't want to waste the buyback here, but now you're Ricky, who's gone for 50 seconds, and Virtus.pro might just end the game.
Yeah, they are realizing that there are no buybacks coming from this Ricky or anybody else for that matter, and it looks like they are just wanting to secure their win here. Xani is in there with the BKB and the Exorcism, but he is not able to stop them from hitting the racks. The GG comes out, and we will go to a Game 3. The Lycan Aghanim Scepter was not successful.